Hey everyone, we have another video coming at you. We are doing a lot of seed starting this weekend, and right now I'm going to be doing some Dwarf Bee Balm. I fell in love with Bee Balm. I actually got my first Bee Balm last summer, I want to say, from my aunt. She was dividing a bunch of her perennials, and I thought they were beautiful, and I loved the fragrance, and then I couldn't believe the hummingbirds that were coming to my garden. It was bringing in some pollinators. We are in the woods. We didn't really have many bees. We did have, some ladybugs here and there, but I couldn't wait to get some more pollinators in, and they were just stunning, standing so nice and tall. So I did get a dwarf variety from Seedville, USA, I believe, on Etsy. So we're going to go ahead and plant some of those today. Now, I had these in my fridge since, let's see, January 5th. So it's been about 3 weeks. We did cold stratification together. These are going to be coming out of a nice looking damp paper towel. I found that halfway through I would go in, I would change out the paper towel to prevent mold. Some had more success than others, but I found that if I took this and I used a spray bottle and misted it rather than going ahead and just drenching the paper towel with water and then wringing it out, the ones that I did the misting, as you can see, did not have those red spots or the mold growing around them. So I find this as success as my first time using cold stratification to wake up my seedlings. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be using these clear 6-inch cell trays. I got these on sale last year on Amazon, so there's no reason that I really got clear over, usually you see them in the color black, just for the fact that they were on sale. I already have my seed starting mix pre-moistened, so I just went ahead and I used just a seed starting mix. I don't add anything except for some water. You're going to make sure that when you do fill these up that the water isn't too damp. So you want to ahead and squish it, make sure it can kind of hold of its form, but not have all these water droplets coming out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to fill up 2 of these, and then we're going to go get the seeds in and put them on the heat mat. So we have our seed starting mix in here. I always gently push it down just to make sure there's no air pockets, top it off, and then push it down again. And I try and sift out anything like a stick if they're might have missed it when they were sifting, and I'm going to try and put at least one. In this case is the Dwarf Pink Bee Balm, and each cell, they are so stinking small. Hopefully this will do the trick. If not, you know what, if there's more than one, that is fine by me. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some vermiculite on top and lightly mist them in with some water. And then we're going to go ahead and get them with a humidity dome and get them under some grow lights and on a heat mat. I have my heat mat right now set to 70 degrees. I have a lot going on today. I have some bee balm that we're doing now. I did butterfly bush and I did some lavender as well. I'm trying to do as much as I can. We have a very busy Sunday, so we're going to go ahead and just get everything out of the fridge that has been in there for quite a while, all out today, so then hopefully I don't have to have the large seed mat out the whole entire time. All right, I think I got just about every single one. They get stuck to your fingers. My hands are so dang dry because it is so cold here. I need spring so bad. All right, so we got all the bee balm. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my burpee vermiculite. Again, I got this last year and there is so much left. It is going to last me, I feel like, a lifetime. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I know you can't see it, but I'll show you what it looks like after. And then we'll get the plant tags in, mist it, and put it under the grow lights. I figure if I do everything separate, you won't be having to be stuck listening to me for like 20 minutes or so. But if you do, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna get the plant tags in, and this is what it looks like once it is lightly dusted with some vermiculite. So just enough. They are going to need light to germinate. So I just wanted to make sure I covered them just enough because they're going to be going in what I like to call a little jungle, so to speak. And hopefully these will go ahead and germinate well. Now, these are also being started very early. I like to use the Planter app to tell me when to start things. But I am a very impatient person and I have the space, so I figured why not? All right, they're lightly misted in. We are going to go ahead and get them onto the heat mat. All right, so I'm going to put these with my butterfly bush. So they're going to go ahead and get tucked in. And thankfully, they can all share a tray. So everything is nicely tucked in. Just go ahead and push that down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get the top on and also make sure that these vents are closed. So we're going to go ahead and get this on. And then I'm just going to go ahead and slide it onto the mat. And it is going to be at it says it's 72 right now. I'm going to go ahead and turn it down to 70, but with these lights as well, it does get super warm, but I do have a nice little start going on. All right, so it's going to take about 7 to 14 days for your bee balm to germinate, so just be patient. Make sure you keep it anywhere between 65 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit on your heat mat. I like to keep it at just like a happy medium of 70 degrees. That way, sometimes when the lights are on, it does get a little bit warmer. I think mine says it's about 72.5 right now, even though the heat mat is currently not on. Once your seedlings get their first set of true leaves, which is actually kind of the second set of leaves, you're going to want to go ahead and pot them up. I am going to go ahead and put them in 2 or 3 inch pots. I will still be keeping them under the grow lights, and then you just want to make sure that you keep them nicely watered. Don't overwater them. You're going to want to make sure you do some bottom watering. You don't want root rot, so what I like to do is go ahead and put some water at the bottom of the tray, maybe about like a 1/2 inch or so. I will let them soak for 30 to 45 minutes, and then I will go ahead and remove all the extra water. I find that this is a good way to do it every other day, just about. You can definitely tell when your seedlings need to be watered, because if you lift up the tray, it is noticeably lighter than if it was when you just watered them. So that is one way of telling. And then also you can go ahead and test it out with your finger. I find if it's still damp, I let it go until it's going to be drier. I did lose a lot of tomatoes last year with root rot for overwatering. So this year I figured I'm just gonna let things dry up a bit before I go ahead and water again, and definitely monitor the watering and not just going ahead and top watering and leaving it as is. Bottom watering is the way to go this year, I have found when doing some research. All right, and that is it. I find that bee balm is a great pollinator to add to your garden. It's going to be super beneficial, and it also adds a nice fragrance when you walk by. If you found this video helpful at all, please go ahead, like and subscribe. It will mean the world to me, as I am trying to go ahead and share all of my growing experiences, disappointments, successes with everyone. So that way, if you are also a beginner gardener, you might not feel so overwhelmed watching all these master gardeners making things look super simple. I'm just going to go ahead and just try with the basics and hope for the best. And hopefully in a few months, we will go ahead and see the reward of the patience and care that we put into our seedlings. So thank you so much again for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.